So today we're going to talk about doubles, and when we talk about doubles, we're going to talk about a strategy. We're not talking strokes, we're not talking about what we do, it's more about a strategy as a partnership. How do we cover the court together? How do we cover 100% of the court, let's say? We are a team. Are we both going to rush the net? Then who takes the lob? Are we both going to stay at the baseline? Then who gets the drop shot? No, we're going to divide the responsibilities up between the server and her partner, or the returner and her partner, and we cover different parts of the court. And I think it's really important to understand that. If you watch a two-person volleyball game, there's one person up at the net who's the blocker, who spikes the ball, who's up really close, and the other person is always behind, somewhat taking the lob, somewhat taking what that person doesn't get. Then you never see them both being really close up at the net. That's the same in tennis doubles. So when we start out a point, I as a server, for example, I'm back behind the baseline. And whereas my partner, she's typically up at the net. Well, that's a staggeredness that really holds true. I have a person who's up there in front of the ball, and I'm serving right here, and what I'm doing, I'm setting up the point to go in front of that person. So in short, when somebody's at the net, we want the ball to be in front of her. So right there, she has a chance of getting the ball. And the job of my net person is to cut off any cross-court ball that comes. So I'm serving, and she's looking, and she's going to cut off any cross-court if we think that's coming. They could also hit down the line, so I'm going to say, watch your alley. She's going to go up and look for the alley. Now, what we don't want to do is we don't want Mindy to go out of the court to the left and stand in the alley. So when if I do this and I serve out there, she is telling the opponent, do not hit down the alley, and she has left me with everything else. They're not going down the alley, they're doing everything else, and it's too big for me. I want her to be a little bit more to the right, yeah, and then make it look tempting to go down the alley. So I'm going to be serving here. She needs to watch for the alley on that serve, because I served it wide to the forehand. Anytime a server serves it out to the forehand like that, there's a good chance for it going right at the net person. There's also a good chance of it going way out here for me, and that splits up our team to begin with. So before I even serve, I want us to be together as a team where she can cut it off. So serving down the middle would be much better. I'll go down the middle, she gets in and has a chance of cutting something off. As I come up to the net, I'm still what I call the workhorse. I am the cross-court player. I've hit the ball. If Mindy is up at the net there, I have this area. I have the short angle here, and I have the lob. All 3/4 of the court are my responsibility. She is just up there protecting the down the line that I cannot get. That is her responsibility. Mine is the rest. That's a lot. So I can't be super aggressive. I have to be more defensive minded since there's so much court to cover. As I come up to the net, I will continue staying behind my partner as long as the ball is in front of us. We have the right separation between us. She's up a little bit, I am a little behind her. What we never want to do is come back a little bit, right here. If we ever see each other side by side like this, that team is probably going to win. We don't have a clear understanding of who takes what. So if it comes down the middle even, we might just clash rackets because we think, oh, she's going to have it. I don't know. But if I'm a little behind her and she doesn't get the middle ball, I have a second chance of getting it. Boom. See, we would both be going for the same ball. So that's the understanding. I'll back her up because the ball is in front of her. What has to then happen, if I change direction of the ball, all of a sudden I hit it straight there. I have now made my partner cross court from the ball. I need to get a little bit ahead of her, and now we're right positioned for this ball. We're always facing in direction of the ball, so we're facing this way. I'm now the terminator, my partner is the workhorse, because the ball is in that side of the court.